bring somebody in who can make a move though. And like for example, and this is a good transition. This is a good transition. On into OBJ. Like imagine if Luka had somebody who came in the way OBJ as a star. Production wise, we still got to see because he's coming off injury, right? But OBJ as a star, like imagine if he goes to the Vikings, right? Justin Jefferson would listen to him. Yeah. Like if he went to the Bills, Stephon Diggs would listen to him. Now Stephon Diggs is better, but it's out of sheer respect. Like let me ask you this, Reese. Where do you think? Oops, hold on. Did that wrong. Didn't put me on the soapbox thing. Now I got to redo everything. There we go. Hard moderating and do everything. Oh my goodness. Where do you think OBJ should go though? Because you got Chiefs, Dallas, Bills, Giants. Those are a lot of possible situations. And again, this is OBJ from back in the day. Like the catch. Like just like everybody just watch the catch. But that's what you could like. That's the moment this man became a star in the league, and so that's why he's able to go to any team he wants to now, and pretty much do whatever he wants. Like he could go to any team, right? And he just got into a little situation on a plane where he got kicked off. Jerry Jones says he doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like dead ass. Reese, where do you think OBJ should go? Like, so, and I just want to say this before you go. Can we give a realistic answer? I don't want to hear anything like about the Eagles. Okay, I just want to say that off the break.
So I was actually gonna say Miami because I think if you go play, I mean, because it's OBJ. You know what I mean? I feel like Bills is cool. It's cold in New York. I feel like. You know what I mean? At that point in OBJ career, you don't want to be somewhere cold coming off a knee injury. Your knees already be aching. You know what I mean? You don't want to go somewhere cold. So, and then it's just like you go to the Cowboys. I mean, you could go to the Cowboys, but they don't even look that good for real. So, I mean, go to Miami. Go to Miami. Go where the sun's shining. That's what I'm with. And they looking good. Tua looks like an MVP candidate. With Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. If you think you got those two guys over top and you got OBJ underneath to just basically run freely, I mean, look at this. Literally, you let him run laterally, he goes up the field however you want. I'm going Miami.
I hear you on Miami. I do. I thought of Miami. I did. They don't need him. Like the Cowboys, honestly, the Cowboys are the only team without an actual star.
They look.
Hold on. Hear me out.
I agree, Trey.
I'm so glad that picked up.
Me him.
That's a Dallas Cowboy fan. That's perfect. Look. They don't have a star. I like CeeDee Lamb. He cool. He on my fantasy team. So I'm pulling for Buddy. I'm pulling for that. But like, I'm pulling for them boys. I don't like the Cowboys. I'll say that off the break. I don't like them. I really don't. The majority of my family are Cowboys fans. And like, it's frustrating because it's like, yo, y'all haven't won in so long. Stop talking, please. But you bring OBJ in, and then what? I was transitioning to the good part.
Okay, let's get to the part.
You bring in OBJ, and if you are able to bring that championship, well, that speaks volumes for OBJ now because that's back-to-back champions for you.
Do you think OBJ
and you made the Cowboys relevant, quote unquote. You said what?
Do you think OBJ is that at this point though, coming off a surgery?
Again, you got to have CeeDee Lamb, Zeke, Pollard. I forget they tight end, but he cool too. You got all that with Dak. Again, Dak is not the quarterback to win the Super Bowl, but enough weapons around him. I think he can do all right. Like the first year, he had a lot of weapons. looked scary as hell. I was nervous. I'm sitting over there at Thanksgiving pissed because the Cowboys are out here dogging folks, going at 13-3 record. Oh, it's disgusting. Playoffs, I'm not going to talk about. But that fear factor, I did get a little nervous. So I think you bring in OBJ, they could make something shake.
And it's for the playoffs. That's what it's for, right? You're bringing him in playoffs.
Yeah, you're bringing him in for the playoffs. So you got to get him in early so that way he can get the timing with Dak. But I do like him for the Cowboys. I got to say, I don't think the Chiefs need him. And it's weird too because they could use him, but I don't think they need him.
I don't think the Cowboys will make the playoffs, personally. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think y'all gonna win the Super Bowl.
I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
That's tough.
I think the Vikings and Giants wins probably solidified their playoff spot for the most part.
You can get the Giants and the Cowboys in, though. You can get the Giants and the Cowboys.
Well, no, I'm saying I think them beating the Vikings and the Giants kind of solidified their playoff spot, and that bothers me.
I mean, you got to accept it. You got to accept it for what it is. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Don't be too surprised if OBJ is in that Cowboys uniform again. Jerry Jones does not care how you act to a degree, and that's the perfect situation for OBJ.
At this point, though, why wouldn't you want to go to the highest probability? We're talking the highest probability.
Why are the Cowboys not? Why are the Cowboys not a high probability when they have a top tier defense and a solid offense to boot?
Because Patrick Mahomes is levels above Dak Prescott.
I hear you on that.
I'm literally saying, like, if I want to go to the best opportunity to win the Super Bowl, it would, like you just said, Trey. You literally just said it. When's the last time the Cowboys won, bro?
But you want to know something?
I hear you, Reese.
I think you don't want him to come to the Cowboys so they can't whoop y'all's tail and keep y'all from a Super Bowl. That's what I think.
Trey.
All right, let me get
I feel like, bro, if you give these boys OBJ, like, defense is what wins the championship. Like, my Panthers, we went 15-1. Should have gone 16-0. Forget the Falcons. We lost not because of our offense, but because the defense made our offense look a little shaky. So this Cowboys defense, Micah Parsons is probably one of the most dominant players in the game, and that'll be, remember that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about that later. But when I got that, you got Trayvon Diggs, and that's on the defensive end. Those are two of the top tier players at their position. Like, when I think defenses, the Cowboys is one of the best. And again, offense wise, they have a lot of weapons. So if I'm OBJ, I'm considering them. I don't consider the Giants. After the way they treated me, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm fine. Like, y'all can kiss my ass.
So you think with Odell, they'll be able to beat the Buccaneers?
They have enough. The only team that I worry about for the Cowboys is the 49ers in that situation. The Eagles.
So why wouldn't he go to the 49ers? I feel like the Niners are also a good place to go for Odell.
The 49ers have a lot of weapons on their team already. I don't think they need him. Like, they have stars on their team. Like, the 49ers have a star on their team. The Chiefs have a star they don't have, at least not at the wide receiver.
So you're saying Odell is going to be the star?
He would be for them, yes. Like CeeDee Lamb is the better player, but no one brings that star type cachet the way Odell would. And again, if I remind, Cooper Kupp won the MVP last year, but Odell was beating his ass before that injury. So, I mean, Odell very could have easily won that award last year. So, if he comes back anywhere close to that, anywhere close.
In the playoffs, right.
In the playoffs, and you give him for the season, you get him in the regular season to come back, you can have something shake. And again, I'm not a Cowboys fan like that.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I feel like Odell benefited from being the number 2 to Cooper Kupp.
But he would be the number 2.
Well, hold on. Not saying that Odell wasn't great, but I'm saying if I'm Odell, I'm literally saying what is your goal? Is your goal to almost guarantee a ring? Then I feel like you go somewhere where you maybe have the third best guardian.
I don't think so. I think Odell's still at least a second option, and CD Lamb is
So
proven.
you
he can
mean
at least
second
be a
option in
first.
terms of ego? Or are you saying second option in terms
Second
of
option in terms of like wide receiver. So you know how like you got first wide receiver, second. I think CD's still your first. Odell's your second. But again, that star-like production, I can still get that out of Odell Beckham Jr. Like OBJ.
At the end of the day, I'm not disagreeing with you that Odell will probably get maximum output at a team like where he become the second option. But I guess my thing is, if I want to guarantee a win, then I go somewhere.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
I get that.
Even if he went to the Chiefs, you could argue he could be a second option above Juju. Travis Kelce.
I think on the Chiefs he would be he could be the second option.
He could be the second.
But again, like I said, I don't think they need him because again they have a star, Travis Kelce. He's like they don't like that. Like every team that I listed has a star except for the Giants, although Saquon is a star, but he's not a wide receiver or a tight end. So again, outside of the Giants, that's the only team that does not have that star. Again, just the cachet level.
Even in Minnesota, he's above
Justin Jefferson.
Thielen. No,
Justin Jefferson. Oh yeah. I think he's above Thielen. I think he's above Thielen.
I just think I want to see him back. That's the only
I do too.
Like I do too. In terms of teams, I want to say Miami. Then still, I think he could be.
Miami would be scary. That would be scary.
Bro, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I said, I think Odell benefited greatly from having Cooper Kupp as the one, and so even as him as the two in Miami, if you think that he's coming back at that level, Jalen Waddle at your three.
He's coming at three.
Okay, so you just want him to go somewhere that he is the two.
Yeah, because you got to think now. Odell has ego, legacy.
That's what I'm saying. Is it an ego sake thing? That's what
it's a legacy thing. It's a legacy thing. He's got to think legacy. Because now you
won as the second option, coming off an injury.
Hear me out.
I can't blame you for warming up with Miami, winning, and then going somewhere else and winning again. 3. You just gotta go.
See that lowers your legacy to me. Because if you win it for the Cowboys, that's bigger than a 3-peat to me personally. Like you're the second option, arguably the first. Now, and you just came off the injury. That's big. That's huge. You didn't fit in with a team. You led a team. That's big. Like that's increasing your legacy.
Legacy.
I'm OBJ. I'm thinking legacy wise. I'm going that way. So that's the reason why I say Cowboys. Again, I'm not a Cowboys fan. Personally, I don't want him to go to the Cowboys. But that is probably the best situation.
Do you think the Rams run was not enough for his legacy?
No, not at all.
I'm leaving a negative review on this episode.
That's great. It'd be your own folk. I gave them I gave y'all a whole star. That's wild. That's wild. That is so.
Maybe for Jarvis. I'm gonna talk about him.
But not the show, please.
Okay, I got you. No negative review for the show.
Oh my gosh. Well, look, that's a perfect segment. Like I said.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.